Last episode on Around the Thorn.
When a woman goes on the show, they want more Instagram or get that modeling out there.
I like you and I want to date you, and I started making out with him.
This episode on Around the Thorn.
And then the puppets started to strip.
You asked if I had taken someone out, Caroline. That's like a CIA interview question.
And then his mouth started bleeding. He came out and he took a swing at me.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Around the Thorn. It's been quite a minute since I've seen everyone. My name is Caroline, and I am a rising senior at Syracuse University. I am from New York City. I'm very excited for our new episode tonight because it's just a highlight of my week, everybody. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're gonna start by introducing our potential co-hosts. So, I want you to tell me your name, what school you go to or went to, and where you are from, and then don't ramble because I get bored, and then tell me, Justin's entertainment wrestling name is rated R. What is your wrestling alter ego and why? But like I said, I get bored, so don't ramble. Okay, we're gonna start with our returning winner. I think you'll recognize him, Jackson, who has been on the show probably as many times as I have at this point. So, welcome back.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Jackson. I just graduated from NYU recently, and I'm originally from Illinois, and my wrestler name would probably be... I don't know why, but the first thing that came to mind was Lucid Dream.
Like Juice WRLD?
Big Juice WRLD fan, bud?
No, like Lucid Dream, not Juice.
Yes,
Did you guys hear Juice WRLD?
I'm aware that was Juice WRLD's breakout song.
And who's this Juice WRLD? Is he like a politician? Who is this guy? He's a singer.
Okay, can I leave now?
I'm focused on one thing, and it's called love. Sorry if I don't have time for every,
Yeah, you can't
famous...
say that and
The
not
guy
have listened to
was
Juice
killed.
WRLD.
He was literally overdosed and died.
I'm sorry that I don't know every folk singer named Juice WRLD. I'm sorry.
Now you're just being rude.
I'm
done with you. Benji, introduce yourself.
My name is Benji. I go to NYU. I'm from New Jersey. And my wrestling name, in the spirit of rated R, would be rated G.
Does that mean you're prude?
No, it's wholesome.
You seem confident in that response. Charles, welcome.
Hi, I'm Charles, rising junior at NYU, and I'm from Boston and Chicago. I guess I'd be Lord Farquaad. I'm small, but if you're an
Come
ogre,
again?
I'll take you out. Lord
Come again?
Farquaad from Shrek.
Right.
Yeah, I'm an ogre's worst enemy.
That's a good one.
That is honestly a very original response.
Hey, you give me like 30 seconds to come up with, a career name. I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, alright. Jet.
My name is Chet. I'm a rising junior at NYU. I'm from the Bay Area in California. And my professional wrestling name, I think with the name Jet, I'm going to have to go with something like airplane or jet plane.
Dude, you should have just stuck with Jet.
Yeah, maybe I'll just stick with Jet.
That's really good. Catchy.
Thank you. I just be doing a lot of aerial movies, just jumping around.
My wrestling's name is American Airlines. Like, what the fuck? Did they ever call you 737 or something? Is that dumb?
No.
Maybe I'll call you that. Jake Harmon.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jake. I'm a rising junior at University of Miami. My wrestling name, so just a little backstory, one of my really good friends has come up with probably 30 plus nicknames for me. And one of my favorites was Harmonator, so I'll probably roll with that.
Sounds like Baconator, as in the sandwich from Wendy's.
More like Terminator, because,
See, I'm constantly thinking about red meat, so that's all I could come up with.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Chicken Harm!
Chicken Harm. Yeah, you know
That's
what it is.
pretty good, honestly. Okay, now that we know a little bit about you guys and how awful all your, no offense, they were all bad. Actually, Charles's was pretty funny, but at the same time, depressing. Okay, we're gonna have a cocktail party.
Right.
So, Casey turned his alley tattoo into one that means a lot to him and his wife. What's something negative in your life that you turned into a positive? That's a big one. But let's start with Jake. What's your name?
So I'd say the biggest negative that I've turned into a positive is honestly this quarantine. It's been really nice for a bunch of reasons. First thing is that I get to spend a lot of time with my family. I really appreciate the time that I've been able to spend with my parents. Okay, yeah, you can shake your head and stuff, but I actually do appreciate the time that I've spent with them. It's been
We
nice.
all do.
I've just been honestly super productive. Like, I've been working like crazy. I got super involved with, shout out FanFair. Got super involved with FanFair.
Oh, he's bragging. No, please, just to list off your
Okay,
resume.
I'm sorry. You were asking me.
What's your previous work experience?
Oh, I can go.
Don't answer that. I'm done with you. Charles.
I dropped my phone and now I can't use the microphone. I guess it means I've now learned to text instead of call. Because my friends always tell me I call too much because I hate texting because I'm lazy. So that's one thing, I guess.
That's like kind of beautiful.
That's kind of beautiful. You roasted me for
also-
saying something about
you
my
also-
parents, you fucking asshole.
Hey, you know who the class pet is now. Back
You
off, Arnold.
also, he gets to flex at all times. Like he's AirPodding at
true.
all times. Benji, what is a negative you've turned into a positive?
Thank you for asking. I think when I was a kid, I used to, my mom would always be watching the TV at night, and I would want to watch, but I couldn't pick the channel, and moms, they like The Bachelor, and then I watched a few seasons, became familiar with the system, and now we're
Okay.
here, and I'm ready to rumble, and that's...
You sound super enthusiastic about it.
I can feel the passion in your voice.
My heart's racing.
Jet, are you ready?
It was like my first ever date with a girl. I remember like being so like I was like really wanted to go out with this one girl, and I got lucky enough to get a date with her. After the date, I thought things went great. Like things went great that night. But then I saw her in class. Like I'd always like ask her when she wanted to hang out next, like every class.
So you're clingy. I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. So then I feel like, after being rejected and like learning from that, I feel like that definitely helped me,
Be a douchebag?
no, like be a better person, be a better,
Less clingy.
yeah.
You would classify that as a better person.
Yes, actually I would.
Jackson, I'm curious because last time we were talking, you were throwing rocks at trains on your first date. What's your negative you turned into a positive?
Well, we actually didn't go on the date. That was just the offer. So
Oh.
I just want to.
You didn't seal the
happen.
deal.
Oh, so you
Okay.
came up with that before the date.
Yeah, so joke's on her. That was pre-planned.
Got
So this is like a redeeming story though, because it's also bad because it starts off as a bad date I took somebody on because I asked this girl who I met at like the restaurant I worked at, and we hit it off really well, and then we met up to go on a date, and I told her about this performance art thing that like a friend of a friend invited me to. It was on like the Upper East Side, and I went in, and it was just all glowing lights and like. There was like a puppet show, but nobody was really paying attention. And then the puppets started to like strip. And then a drag dancer came out between the puppets and then started accosting people.
This happened
like
on
the
the
sh-
Upper East Side. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. It was in like a small little like weird like half apartment, like between floors almost. Like
Would you go on
And,
Craigslist and like Google weird shit to do on first date?
No, he goes to NYU. That stuff comes up all the time.
yeah, and I think performance art is usually a pretty standard first date. But then when we were coming out of it, because I was like, oh man, that was fucking weird and bad. And we walked by like the south corner or something like that, and there was like a person with a horse carriage or whatever. And I said, how much to Brooklyn, my man? And he said, if you give me $25, I'll go around the park. And we went on a horse ride at like midnight. And then we went on another date, and we dated for a little bit after that. So I feel like you guys aren't as thrilled.
Respect on the audible.
I feel like the only thing I've ever learned about Jackson is he has very bizarre dates.
But did you hear the part about the horse?
I heard the part about the horse. Justin explains that when you see fear in someone's eyes, you've got to take them out. Tell us about a time you took someone out. Now, this could be physical, this could be emotional, this could be subconsciously, I don't know. Maybe some of you have anger issues, not my business. Describe a time you took someone out, as Justin likes to throw around. Let's start with Charles.
When I might have maneuvered my way into a election for something school related, like it was totally legal by the bylaws and everything, but it's just one of those things where if you offer your competitor a reasonable alternative to what he's pursuing, e.g. a date with a girl that he likes, get her to do it. Like, it's just a negotiation,
Where is this going?
I'm just saying, I got
So you
a dude to
blackmailed
chase
someone.
after a girl instead. No. I got one of my friends to pretend that she was interested in this dude for long enough that he was like a little discombobulated. Look, the way I see it, you didn't have the focus.
And this was a school election?
Dude, what is going on?
How old were you?
8.
8?
I was not a normal
8?
child.
Was it school president when you were 8?
You asked if I had taken someone out, Caroline. That's like a CIA interview question.
Benji, what? When's the last time you took someone out? When you were 8?
Actually 6.
Okay.
Well, on the topic of combat sports, I fenced in high school. I had to do a sport, and I'm not very athletic.
And you picked fencing.
Yeah, because it's sword fighting and it's awesome. I wasn't very good, but I made it to the state tournament in New Jersey.
There's a state tournament for fencing in New Jersey?
New Jersey is the biggest state in the country for fencing. No one wanted me there.
Oh, this is getting dark really fast.
Is fencing like a cliquey sport or something?
It's like
Are there like rival gangs in fencing?
There are different clubs, and if you don't do a club and you just do high school fencing, they don't think you're good enough.
Yo, imagine the Karate Kid but with fencing.
There was one kid, it was terrifying, but somehow I ended up beating him. His dad started yelling at him, and he started crying, and then he lost every match after that.
Look at him smile. Look at Benji smile like a little evil kid. Jet.
Also on the theme of competitive sports in high school, I guess, I played on my high school's varsity hockey team. We'd go down to LA for these tournaments every month, and these are like the best teams in California. It was like the last day of the tournament, and we knew we weren't going to make it. We were down in the third period, the last period, and we knew we were going to win. My coaches and my teammates, we just started going all out and just like playing the most physical game just to like piss them off and like get into fights and just like mess them up.
Maturity is so key. It's crazy.
You know, I'm not the biggest guy, I'm pretty skinny, so like it's hard for me, but
What position did you play in hockey?
I was left wing.
Okay, Jackson.
The only thing that comes to mind is this fight I got in when I was in like the second grade. This kid, we'll call him Bitchy McFuck.
Okay, Bitchy McFuck. Right.
That's not his real name. I just want to put that out there. Like I made sure to.
Very creative alias.
I'm just kind of me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And he's just this kid who kept shoving people whenever we play recess, like just shoving every person. 7. And so he came to shove me, and I'm super proud of this. I did because I knew it was coming because he was coming into my back, and I went like this, and I shoved him into the ground, and then his like mouth started bleeding. He came up and he took a swing at me, and then I backed up. I took a swing at him, and then kids held us back. Long story short, no punches landed. We ended up crying together in the principal's office. And yeah, I might have been kind of distraught, but I took that kid out mentally, emotionally. Was I taken out mentally, emotionally as well? Yes.
So it's a lose-lose situation.
Yes, but somebody else lost still.
Right.
Was the way I look at it.
Okay, I see. Turning a negative into a positive.
Exactly. I'm turning a double negative into a positive.
Harmon.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
When's the last time you took someone out?
Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
I guess the clearest story that I have, it's kind of quick. Me and some friends were at a really shitty club in New York. It's called Sidebar, if you've ever been there. A bunch of our friends were there, and there was some kid that called one of my really good friends a bad word. Look, I'm not trying to say anything.
Yeah, okay. I think we can all imply what the bad word was. Continue.
Called my friend a very bad word. My friend, who's not the most physically intimidating, started to go up and talk to him. He's a very nice guy. I could almost see him getting along very well with Jet. Very nice guy.
Right.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So he went to go and like stand up for himself a little bit, but it wasn't really going all that well. So me and another friend of mine pushed him behind us and asked him exactly what he said. He told it to us, and he got very, very scared, and we told him to leave.
You're so scary.
We told him to leave kindly.
Amazing.
Right.
We told him to leave very kindly, and he got his things and ended up leaving. And the girls that he was supposed to be with that were with us ended up staying with us instead of going
sick.
with him. Bad dude.
Sick. Big dick energy, seriously.
Yeah, shit goes down at Sidebar.
Okay. So now we are going to have our first rose ceremony. So there are 5 of you, and there are 3 roses, which means 2 of you are going home. So this is my least favorite part of the show, always. But I don't care enough, sorry. So, my first rose is going to go to Charles. Will you accept this rose?
Of course I accept this rose.
Don't ruin it. My next rose goes to Paul. Jake. Will you accept this rose?
The fuck? Are you having some difficulty there, Caroline?
Will you accept this rose?
Yes, I'll accept this rose. And while I'm doing that, I might need to change my Zoom name so that you actually get my name right.
So sorry. Okay, I only have 1 rose left. And literally, I hate this process because I low-key feel bad.
Since when do you have a heart?
Fuck off.
Exactly. You just proved my point.
My final rose goes to... Oh my god, no, I feel really bad. It goes to Jet. Will you accept this rose?
Yes, I do. Very much. Thank you.
That means Benji, Jackson, I'm gonna have to say goodnight to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck in the rest of your life, whatever you may do.
This is gonna be tough to recover.
Jackson, round 2 did not go as well as round 1, my guy.
No, Jake, I didn't realize that we were into bribing. I didn't know that was on the table. And
Okay, shots
feel-
fired.
Wow.
I'll be back, Jake Harmon. I'll be back.
I'll be right back
Guys.
after you, Jackson.
I didn't get to utilize my note sheet as much as I wanted to. I really thought this was more bachelor focused.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, thanks,
Have a good
guys.
night, guys.
The effort was there. I appreciate that.
I got voted out. I didn't really understand the rules or why I got voted out. I thought this was a quiz about The Bachelor, which I studied extensively for, and I just wish the best for my compatriots, and I hope Jet wins.
Just wanted to say thank you again, Caroline, for having me on. I always love coming on. I appreciate the competition this time around. Charles and Jet and everybody, and Benji, I was really pulling for. I thought that he showed up today. Although Jake, I don't see it with him. I don't see what people see in him. And I don't know, maybe down the line if I come back, I hope it's with Jake, because I got some stuff to say, and I think he's got stuff to say to me. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again.
Okay. Hello, you three.
Hi, Caroline.
So now we're gonna have a group date. So Frank gave up on his career as a consultant, to pursue his passion as a screenwriter. In your opinion, what is more attractive, a passion or a lucrative career? We see a lot of bullshit careers on The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and we see some lucrative careers. I would say there's definitely a mix between them. We have some people who are like, yeah, I'm a swimwear model, and they're ugly as fuck. So like, we know you're lying. You take Instagrams in your backyard. So, no shade, no tea. I'm just saying.
Strong words from a TikToker.
Fuck off, Jake Harmon. Would you rather have a lucrative or passionate career? Jet, go. You're definitely taking the cop-out answer because you're the nice one.
There's only 2 answers. I don't know what you want me to do. I would definitely take the passionate one.
And what would that be? Do you think it was smart of Frank to give up consulting to be a screenwriter?
Okay. The way he talked about it, it just seemed like out of nowhere. Like, I moved to Paris and like became a screenwriter and like fell in love with it. I was just like, come on, man. Like, do you really know like anything about this? It's a good like road to take, but you have to like know.
You have to be passionate about it.
I mean, yeah, you have to be passionate about it, but like you also have to know like you're gonna be doing that every day, and like a passion like as a job sometimes doesn't like work out.
It isn't lucrative. They're not mutually exclusive.
I mean, I would try to like pick the passionate side like as much as possible because
Right.
I feel like you just get more enjoyment in life.
Charles, what would you rather have, a lucrative or a passionate? Would you leave your lucrative for screenwriting?
They shouldn't be mutually exclusive. That if you have a passion, then you'll focus on it to the point where you're good at it, and then you'll be remunerated.
But seriously, what happened to Frank? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wasn't he like a retail store worker?
I-
Manager. You like
Yeah, he's
managed
now a
the
retail store
Where's
manager.
Frank now?
Really?
Jake, what's you're definitely gonna say lucrative, little shithead.
I mean, yeah. So, do you think if Frank wasn't a consultant before, that he would have been able to pick up spontaneously, go to Paris, and become a screenwriter in the first place? You can't just pick up and live in Paris with, like, no money. If you're a consultant, that's a very lucrative business. It's honestly a really cool industry, too, but that's a whole different subject.
Yeah, no, I'm bored.
I mean, you go to Syracuse, it's okay.
Okay, you, Miami.
I'm just kidding. In terms of Frank's case, like, having that lucrative job, first off, will allow you to follow whatever passions you have afterwards. I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive. I think if you, like, work super hard at something and you are really passionate about it, that you can be able to do it. Motivation. Like, look, I'm a rising junior right now. I've been grinding
I'm about to
applications and
graduate,
stuff.
so I want everyone to shut up. Like, I have no life plan.
What do you mean? You have, like, 180,000 followers on TikTok.
TikTok's being banned by the...
Wait, really?
The Dorito Cheeto that's our president. Yeah, okay. When Craig tells Allie he's going to miss her after being sent home, Allie thanks him, which was literally the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Is there a worse response to I'll miss you than thank you? If so, what? Thank you's a pretty fucking tough look. Like, I'll miss you things. Jake, is there a tougher thing than thank you?
I'd say only one thing, and that would be being left alone on a glacier in Iceland.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Like, that's
a
honestly
tough
just a tough look.
Like-
That's a really tough look.
Jet, do you think there's a worse thing to say to someone than thank you?
Probably just nothing. Like, you don't say anything. That's just like
Leaving them on red?
Like, just go. Yeah, leave them on red.
Well,
Just
how can you
ghost.
ghost someone in a conversation? I feel like
You just stand there and wait for them to leave.
just like turn around and walk
Pretend I do
away.
not see.
Yo, Harmon,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
retroactively ghost the entire relationship. Hit me with a I'll miss you. Just trust me on this.
Oh, okay, Charles, go.
No, hit me with an I'll miss you. I need to hear it first.
Oh, I'll miss you.
Why?
Yo, this dude did not
Okay,
just dab.
okay.
This dude just
like
did not just
20
dab.
It's 2010 energy.
Alright.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not, and then you get like the tea on why they like you.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very bulletproof
Okay.
response.
Why? Well, I mean, the why in this case is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, so on that note, I guess I'm gonna tell one of you I miss you because it's time for another rose ceremony. Although I don't know how much I'm gonna miss any of you. Kidding.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I have 2 roses and there are 3 of you. So I want to thank you all for your time. The first rose goes to Jet. Will you accept this rose?
Me too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I would love
Okay.
to.
And then my final rose tonight goes to Jake Parmesan. Will you accept this rose?
Yes, I'll accept your rose.
Okay, Charles, that means I'm gonna have to say I'll miss you.
No.
And why? Because you were a great soul to have on this show. Thank you so
Hey,
much for coming.
Oh,
Charles,
that's
hit us
fun.
with a little goodbye dab. Hit us with a little
Yeah,
goodbye
give us a
Alright.
goodbye dab. Thank you.
And
Love
thank you, Charles.
that.
See you guys.
Have a good night.
Good luck, Jet.
Thank you.
Good luck, Jet. No, everyone hates Jake. Jason.
Talk that talk, Caroline. We'll see what happens this final round.
All right, now for a 2-on-1 in our final round. So, Justin is called two-faced by a lot of the other guys. I mean, his name's Justin. Do you act the same way around guys and girls? And if not, is that you being two-faced?
That's a really interesting question.
it?
I would say like some of the things that I'd say change slightly, but I'd say overall my personality is more or less the same.
You keep it cool.
Yeah, like I mean personally, like I think I'm relatively outgoing, like honestly kind of a odd guy. Like I feel like I'm the same person. I try and be funny and
You're
nice.
a genuine person.
I mean, yeah, that's a really nice compliment for me to get. I've heard a lot worse and I've heard a lot better. So
Oh, okay. All right. Jet, be honest here. Are you Mr. Nice Guy all the time to everybody?
Okay, whatever I say, I wouldn't say I'm two-faced. Do I act different? I feel like not very much. Also, I mean, I definitely am like more cautious about like what I say around like certain people. Maybe it's
Right.
not like male and female, but
Yeah, it's more situational.
definitely.
yeah, depending on the
But does
situation.
that
Like if
make
you're,
you? I don't think
Yeah.
that necessarily makes you two-faced.
No, it doesn't.
yeah, like if you're in class.
Because I feel like Justin was being called two-faced because he was being a douche and like being a backstabber. There's a difference between
Yeah.
that and
Yeah.
just being cautious.
Honestly, just starting off with having the rated R nickname as a professional wrestler, like
probably
all
not,
of those
yes.
things combined,
Downhill from there.
not a good sign. Not a good sign from the start.
Casey and Allie spend a romantic night at the museum. Like, lol. If you could turn a blockbuster movie into a date, which movie would it be and why? Night at the Museum is one of my favorite movies ever. You both look very pensive.
Jet, aren't you a film student?
I am,
So,
but
Jet, what would be your
Fuck
blockbuster
me, right? Yeah, no, so
movie?
fuck
that,
me.
I don't think
What?
that doesn't
Yeah,
mean
no, very
anything.
actually very
What?
high expectations for Jet.
I'm not
What
gonna
Very
pick
high
some, like-
romantic
expectations.
date?
I'm
Alright,
definitely
what
not gonna pick
romantic
some
date?
like foreign French
Come
film
on, come
or
on,
something.
give it to me.
What movie am I picking? Like a rom-com? Something funny. It has to be something funny. I can't think of anything specific. Maybe I will in a second.
Okay, Jake, you.
Yeah, I got you. It's High School Musical, right? Just-
Ooh. Disney movies, honestly, Disney movies are like a good go-to. Like,
it's High School Musical.
It's funny.
There's sports.
yeah.
There's sports. There's acting. There's singing. They're in very scenic area. Rooftop garden, if you remember that scene. That place is very romantic. Those Albuquerque sunsets hit different.
Low-key, that place is sick. Their high school went off, low-key.
Exactly. If I could go on a date at East High, like, that would be fucking hype.
We could probably set that up. Isn't it in Albuquerque? Or, the high school exists.
Oh, don't worry. I know my shit. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
Don't you worry.
Jet, do you now have a rebuttal to that?
There's this movie called About Time that I think is really like cute and funny. It's about this guy who can it's about this guy who all the males in his family like can travel back in time to like any point they think of. So they go in their like closet, they like close the door. It was more about like the relationship between like his dad and him. Yeah, you know, there's like chances to like with your girl. Yeah, exactly. So there's chances like, you know, get in with your girl to laugh, to, you know, do all that good stuff.
And just to bring back our little Glacier moment for our final question in this round, after the 2-on-1 date, Allie leaves Casey alone on a glacier without a rose or a ride home. Which is colder, a glacier or a broken heart? Jesus fuck, that's dark.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna go with the glacier. Because, like, I wouldn't want to be stranded on a glacier by myself.
Yeah, I think as bad as the glacier might seem, you know, heartbreak is awful. And you don't know how long it's gonna last. Like, sure, physical, like, cold iceberg is bad, but...
Did you get your heart broken recently, Jet? Maybe you should stop being Mr. Nice Guy.
Abaddon, you're trying to bring him to the dark side?
Fuck off.
Maybe I'll try that, but
It's a dark hole. Jake, which one's worse?
I mean, I gotta say the glacier, man. Like, I've gotten you can recover from a broken heart. It's very hard to remove yourself from a glacier when you're like, when there's miles and miles and miles
actually,
of ice.
That's true.
With the broken heart, yeah. Could you imagine being that guy? Okay, this was the sequence of events. He gets humiliated on national television for singing awfully, freestyling twice.
That's his
he
fault.
He sings in
That's his
freestyle,
fault.
not once,
That's
not
his
once,
fault.
not
But
once,
twice.
but twice. He does it
Yes.
twice. He gets a tattoo, which he still has, about the person that just broke his heart, and he didn't even know that she was gonna break his heart before he got the tattoo, and then she broke his heart, and he got stranded on a fucking glacier. Like, not a mountain, not a hill, not a valley, but a fucking glacier.
That's his fault, man. Those are his choices to get a tattoo.
No, it's the producer's fault. It's the producer's fault.
Maybe a little bit of the producer's fault, but
the entire concept is just so sadistic. But that's a conversation for a different day.
Yeah, it's a conversation for a different time. But now we have to have our final rose ceremony, which means that only one of you will be my winning co-host of this episode of Around the Thorn. You've both been very fun to have on tonight. Jake is a returner, and Jet, I have loved your sweet, loving, caring, nice boy attitude here on the show tonight. But my final rose is going to have to go to Jake. Will you accept this rose?
Caroline, I will accept your rose.
Okay, buddy. Jet, unfortunately that means I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, and I wish you all the luck in your next heart adventure.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
If you're half as nice as people said you were on this, I really hope you stay that way. You sound like a great guy.
I appreciate that.
I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best.
Bye, Jet.
Alright, thank you. Bye-bye. Oh my god, that was pretty funny. That was pretty fucking funny. Shit. Everything was really fun. You know, the competition was a little stiff, but what can you do? You know what I mean? I guess I could be considered a little bit too nice, but that's not a problem with me. That's the least of my worries at the moment. Honestly thought I might have made it out of that final round. I would love to get another chance to do it again. It was really fun, and yeah, thanks.
All right, chicken parmesan, you've made it to the end. It was an interesting episode. There was a lot of questionable things that happened, but I think overall we can agree that Casey's life sucks. Casey, if you're watching this, which you aren't, I hope you survived after your heartbreak on a glacier.
Yeah, and also the tattoo.
Yeah, but he made that negative into a positive. Oh, he's married.
Facts. Good for him, man. At least he's staying away from at least they didn't bring him back for the listen to your heart.
Yes, that would blow. When he
Thank
could say,
God.
No freestyling for Casey.
No more. That cannot be on TV anymore.
I want to invite you next week to be back on our show. Will you accept my invitation?
Caroline, I'd be more than happy to accept your invitation.
Great. Well, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next week, bud.
Appreciate it. See you then.
Bye.
Let's fucking go.
All right, guys, that was all for this episode of Around the Thorn. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye, bitches.